Welcome to this channel, Indian famous Hindu temples. Today we are talking about another Jyotirlinga, which is the last one of DADASH JYOTIRLINGA shrine. Grishneshwar Temple, the 12th Jyotirlinga. One of the shrines devoted to Lord Shiva mentioned in the Shiva Purana is the Grishneshwar Jyotirlinga Temple, also known as the Grishneshwar or Grishneshwar Temple. Grishneshwar means Lord of Compassion in Sanskrit. Where can I find the Grishneshwar Jyotirlinga? The Ellora caves are right next to the Grishneshwar Shiva temple. It is in Ellora, Maharashtra, India, near Daultabad. In the Shaiva sect of Hinduism, which considers the temple to be the final or 12th Jyotirlinga, Linga of Light, it is a significant place of pilgrimage. The Ellora Caves, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, are less than a kilometer away from this pilgrimage site in Ellora, also known as Veral, that it is approximately 300 kilometers, 190 miles, east-northeast of Mumbai, Maharashtra, India, and about 30 kilometers, 19 miles, northwest of the city of Aurangabad. What is the story behind Grishneshwar Jyotirlinga? This Jyotirlinga is the subject of several myths. There is a legend that a woman by the name of Kusuma once worshipped Lord Shiva every day, immersing the Shiva Linga in a tank while she prayed. The first wife of her husband, who was envious of her devotion, killed her son. Kusuma maintained her faith and devotion to the Lord despite her grief. It is said that Lord Shiva brought her son back to life because he was so pleased with her devotion. Kusuma pleaded with the Lord to remain, which is why Lord Shiva appeared as a Jyotirlinga in this location. Another myth says that there was a Brahmin named Brahmavata Sudharma who lived in the Devagiri mountains with his wife Sudeha. Sudeha got her sister Gushma married to her husband because the couple didn't have any children. Gushma would make lingas, worship them, and immerse them in the nearby lake on her sister's advice. Finally, she was blessed with a son. Sudeha killed her son over time and threw him into the lake where her sister would immerse the lingas because she was jealous of her sister. Gushma continued her daily rituals despite the fact that her daughter-in-law informed her that Sudeha was involved in the murder of her son. Despite this, Gushma had complete faith in the Lord's mercy. She also saw her son coming toward her, which was consistent with her beliefs as she prepared to immerse the linga. She was informed of her sister's heinous deed when Lord Shiva appeared before her. Gushma pleaded with the Lord for her sister's forgiveness. The Lord blessed her, pleased. He manifested as a Jyotirlinga known as Grishneshwar because she asked him to remain there. Shivalaya was the name of the lake in which Gushma submerged the lingas. Grishneshwar Jyotirlinga's history. The Padma Purana and the Shiva Purana both make mention of this temple. The sanctuary structure was annihilated by the Delhi Sultanate in 13th and 1400 years. During the Mughal-Maratha conflict, the temple was rebuilt multiple times before being rebuilt again. After the Mughal Empire fell, it was rebuilt in its current form in the 18th century with the help of Queen Ahilyabai Holkar of Indore. It is currently a significant and active Hindu pilgrimage site that draws numerous devotees daily. The Sanctum Sanctorum Core, Garbhagriha, of the temple must be entered by men bare-chested, according to local Hindu tradition. Anyone can enter the temple premises and its inner chambers. The structure and architectural style of Maratha temples can be seen in the Grishneshwar temple. A 5-tier shikara makes up the red rock-built temple. Maloji Bhosale of Veral, the grandfather of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, rebuilt the temple in the 16th century, and Queen Ahilyabai Holkar rebuilt it again in the 18th century. She is credited with rebuilding important Hindu temples like Varanasi's Kashi Vishwanath Temple, Gaya's Vishnu Temple, and Somnath Temple's Shiva Jyotirlinga Temple, which is much larger. These 240 feet x 185 feet. The temple is India's smallest Jyotirlinga temple. Red stone dashavatars of Vishnu are carved halfway up the temple. A courtroom is supported by 24 pillars. There are carvings on these pillars that summarize a variety of Shiva-related myths and legends. The Garbhagriha is 17 feet tall. At 17 feet the Lingamurti is oriented east. The courtroom contains a Nandi bull. The revered Grishneshwar temple is in the state of Maharashtra. Numerous sculptures and carvings of Hindu deities can be found in the temple. Grishneshwar Jyotirlinga's interesting facts include: Grishneshwar and Kusumshwar are two other names for Grishneshwar. To enter the temple, men must wear nothing on their chest. In India, this is the smallest Jyotirlinga temple. Ellora Caves, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is less than a kilometer away. Even though you can go to this spiritual location at any time of the year, it's best to go there in the winter, between October and March. During Mahashivaratri, a devotee's ultimate treat would be to visit this ancient and divine location. Connectivity. The closest airport, Aurangabad. Nearest railway station, Aurangabad.